What's going on, guys? K-Mac back here for another Blitzburg coverage podcast episode. A couple days late. I just flew in from my Las Vegas trip yesterday. I was out of town for the weekend, like I mentioned. But wow, do we have a heck of an episode to talk about here, as a lot of stuff happened this weekend in regards to this game. So let's just dive right into it. The Steelers lost 13-30 against the Indianapolis Colts. And, well, I'm not really upset, just disappointed with how this went down. So the game starts out. Have a nice drive going with, some Deontay plays. Getting Pickens involved early. Was able to get a touchdown there, get up 6-0. Boswell with a missed PAT, which was the first one, maybe the second one of the season for him. So it's kind of like, maybe that'll come back to bite us. So not a whole lot happens in the rest of the first quarter. Then able to get to Minshew there. Highsmith with a pressure and makes him kind of just escape the pocket right into Larry Ogunjobi. So I'm like, all right. We're through one quarter at 6-0. I'm good with this. I'm feeling cool. Second quarter is kind of where things got a little more hectic, as we saw the special teams get another punt block. That was pretty cool. That's like their second one in 3 weeks, so don't get to see a lot of those. And then obviously we're able to cash in there with a Mitch Trubisky quarterback sneak. So we get up 13-0. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, all right. We're up 2 scores. And this is where things all go downhill as the Colts score 30 unanswered points. So when the Colts were driving, Gardner Minshew threw a ball to Michael Pittman Jr. And yeah, man, that was a real ugly play. I get both sides of this. Minshew threw him into danger, but because he led with his shoulder, but in real time, it was scary. I was very concerned for Pittman's health because he was honestly going to have a career day against us, just the way he was working against us. Just open spots over our defense. And, that was scary. So they decided to go ahead and suspend Kazee for the rest of the season without pay and like the full extreme, which I get it. Seems a little bit too much for me. But what do you want the defender to do there when Minshew throws him into danger? Tom Brady said it, like, offenses are getting these free passes because the defenses are being put in a position where they have no choice but to, like, as Kazee, what do you do there? Do you let him just, Eric, go ahead, catch the ball. Go ahead, dive for the ball. I'm not going to touch you. I'm not going to play the ball, but it was a bang-bang play, and I remember before that, there was also a really big hit that I think it was Kazee as well who did that, though it wasn't to that extreme, but I definitely knew there was going to be some fines, but I wasn't ready for a fucking full-time suspension like that. So that definitely hurt us during the game. Mika got injured during the game as well with a knee injury, as he just came back recently. So he's not going to be playing this week probably. So we're down to literally no safeties in this game. Hardly any safeties are healthy at this point. So we're playing with a fucking hands tied behind her back. But really thought the Colts got a lot of momentum there at the end of the half when they had like maybe 2 minutes and our offense doesn't do shit. Punts the ball back. Colts go down, score, take the lead as it's 14-13 going to half. I'm thinking, fuck, man, that's not good. I don't like this shit. And so the Colts get the ball to receive there in the third quarter. Defense comes up 3 plays and a stop, Sweet. All right. I mean, it's a one-score game. We got a whole half a ball left. Let's see what happens. Couple plays into the drive on our 30-ish yard line, I want to say. Najee fumbles. I'm like, fuck, dude, you got to be kidding me. Another just horrible turnover. I mean, timing of a turnover. You know, we can't turn the ball over, let alone do it on our side of the field. So, I mean, the momentum just completely went to the Colts after that. To be honest with you, I mean, it just sucked the life out of the team. So at this point, it's, I also forgot to mention their field goal kicker missed a field goal earlier in the game, which would have made it like 3-6, I want to say. So, I mean, they definitely had some slip-ups. And so, at this point, it's 21-13. The Colts honestly just kind of, they worked our defense, man. Minshew fucking 18-28, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Defense played like shit the entire second half. Got a couple stops, but the offense, as we know, just isn't built to come back. There was also interception there by Mitch Trubisky with a one-on-one ball to George Pickens. And Pickens has got to come down with that. I mean, it's one-on-one. It's the type of situation you want where Pickens is, you know, he wins those most times. And he didn't win the jump ball there. I mean, you at least got to get your hand on it, deflect it, play defense, but he doesn't. And there's one of your Mitch turnovers. His other turnover came, I want to say it was about real late, kind of late into the fourth quarter. And it's a slant route. It's like 3rd and 2, 3rd and short, 3rd and medium maybe. Pickens is open on a slant, and he just sails it again. And interception Colts. And I'm like, there's the game. But not only was that just the game, it was 13-24 at one point. And we were looking at about a 57-yard field goal. And Tomlin decided to punt the ball and put Presley Harvin in a situation where he needed to pinpoint his punt. And up to this point, Presley Harvin hasn't been a good punter. He's very inconsistent at times. You know, he shanks the bitch more often than not. So rather than kicking a field goal there, you know, when you're down 13-24, and you need something to at least, you know, hey, man, let's make it a one-score game. You know, we believe in Boz. He you know, I would have been fine with kicking the field goal there. Get it to a one-score game, and let's see what happens. You know, anytime you can get points, this offense needs to try to do it. But Tomlin decides to punt the ball there. And Boswell was literally he was on the field, and then he just sent him off to the sidelines. And I think the body language just kind of said, what the fuck are we doing? And from that point on, the Colts took over as they were already taking over. But right after that punt, Colts go down. They run it down our throats. Just power it down our throats. 5, 6 a carry. And score, I want to say a field goal or if not a touchdown. Can't remember. But I want to say it was a field goal. Killed the clock, and that was a wrap, man. That was a wrap. This team can't afford to go down 2 scores. Especially really late in a game like that. And this was probably, I want to say it was about just as bad as that Arizona game. Couldn't run the ball at all. 60, 70 yards as a team. Couldn't run the ball at all. After about that first half, the offense couldn't do jack shit. A fourth down conversion, Deontay was cool. I mean, 4th and long, but offensive line couldn't really protect Mitch that well either. 4 sacks allowed, though a couple of times I thought he held on to the ball too long. Muth didn't really do much. The offense didn't really show much. A lot of penalties. Over 100 yards of penalties will do it to you. 3 turnovers will do it to you. And that's a recipe for what we saw Saturday. You know, start out the game good, but after that, we couldn't do jack squat. A very poor performance. We're not doing anything good, but really not. I mean, TJ had 2 sacks, but, you know, big fucking deal. He's the only one that ever shows up. So, I mean, he leads the league in sacks. That's cool, but Highsmith needs to step the fuck up, considering we just paid him a big contract. Hayward, maybe a couple of nice plays, but he's getting old. And this team is just, we're limited. We don't have any inside linebackers because of injuries, and I don't want to use injuries as an excuse. Safeties weren't there. JPJ, he's going to get flagged every game once or twice. And it was a very ugly performance, fundamentally. And Tomlin, for the first time, really owned up to it. He said, don't look at the coaching staff. Don't look at the coaching staff. It starts with me. And he's right. The team looks stale again. I kind of feel like as soon as he punted the ball, the team just stopped giving a fuck. And Pickens, his lack of effort at times is very concerning. I get he's frustrated with this offense. He's frustrated with the 3-yard, 5-yard routes. And, at the same time, man, Hines Ward, Brown, Antonio Brown, they would have been blocking on those plays. I get it, but actually, the body language on this team looks poor. It looks terrible. So now we dropped to 7-7. And, yeah, man, it's a wrap. It was a wrap as soon as we lost KP and we lost Arizona, but it's a wrap now. Don't want to talk about how the rest of the season's going to go, but just talking about this week. I mean, good start. Defense with 3 sacks, but we got shredded. Special teams with another punt block was cool, but Minka going down hurt. I don't know how much he would have changed because he's one guy. Definitely would have helped, but probably still would have lost the game. But just another very ugly performance, and we have faded. We have faded, and it's not looking too pretty. We were 7-4, 7-7 now. Another bad game full of penalties, turnovers. These things just keep repeating. And so I guess Tomlin's turning over every stone because he announced Monday at his press conference that Mason Rudolph was going to start. It's a little bit too late for that, Tomlin. Everybody was saying he should have started. As soon as KP went down, he should have been starting because we know Mitch is a walking turnover. The biggest difference with Rudolph is he knows this trash system better than anyone. Mason Rudolph is a statue, lacks mobility, will hold on to the ball too long, but at least he won't turn the ball over in comparison to Mitch Trubisky, who's a walking turnover at this point. So this loss is crucial to the season being over. 7-7, another AFC loss. The Colts now have that tiebreaker over us. We got 3 games left to go with the Bengals coming to town Saturday for the last home game. I wanted to go to it, but I'm not going to go to it because this is a shit show. This product is terrible, and I don't want to spend my money to go see another loss. Can anything happen? Yeah, but we only have a 9% chance of making the playoffs. We're going to need to win out, and we need shit to go our way. We have no one to blame but ourselves. Kind of like what Nas said a month ago, if these problems continue to, just stay, the results aren't, they're not, the problems are still there even with the wins, but we were masking the problems with the wins, but now without the wins, it's become so evident to everyone what the issue is here. Everybody's saying to trade Tomlin. I don't expect that to happen. Depending what happens next year, I don't know how Khan and the Rooneys are going to feel about this. Depending on how this season plays out, we'll see. But that performance Saturday was terrible. Another repeat performance of, it's just the product isn't there. It's not. And so this is where we are, man. What a shame. But that's all I got to say. We'll preview the Bengals game later this week. Hope you all have a great day. I'm out of here. Go Pittsburgh. I'm still repping all day every day. Give your boy a thumbs up and review the podcast. Reviews are appreciated. Let go.